Okay, we're recording and we are live on Facebook.
Okay, stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It is 6:30. We will open up the town council meeting at the Bradley Municipal Building and Facebook live stream. We have all council presence this evening except Councilor Wade, and Town Manager Melissa Doan is here as well. I will make a motion to accept the June 4th, 2024 Town Council minutes as they were presented this evening.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded from the minutes on the last meeting. Any questions, comments, corrections? If not, we'll vote. Jim?
Aye.
Dwayne?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Mark and I. We'll jump down to citizens' requests. There's no citizens in person right now, but we'll check the Facebook live stream a little bit later. So we'll jump down to manager's report.
Okay, so I, let me see. So I learned from Consolidated Communications, who was the vendor that we use for our phone services, that they no longer are offering discounted packages for copper lines because they want to eliminate copper lines. So what they offer is voice over the internet. And so the cost for that is, they estimate to be $185 to $200 a month, and that includes the internet. But our phone currently is 140 and our internet's 65, so it's gonna be about the same price. But what I found was interesting is that we could do it here because we have fast enough internet here. So apparently we're fiber connected here at the town office. And so we're queued to start that work. And from what they're telling me, we do not need to buy any special equipment for phones if they have adapters that work for the phones that we have. So I'll let you know about that. But while I was on the phone with them, I asked them to test a few spots in town. For instance, I used your address, Dwayne. I used your address, Jim. Your address was eligible for Consolidated Communications. Yours wasn't because of the slowness of the cable. So just the last meeting, we were talking about different internet providers. And so it does appear that some residents in Bradley do have an option of Consolidated Communications for their internet, if they were interested.
I did use voice over IP at my home when I was on Spectrum for telephone.
You did?
I've taken out my telephones now. I use my cell phone exclusively. so-
Yeah. Did you have to buy a special phone with Spectrum?
No, the phones hook right into the modem that they provide.
Because I did call Spectrum to see what they offered, and they required us to buy $1,000 worth of phones. And the price was quite high, but I think it would be great for a large office, like you were talking about all of these things like team meetings and team chat, and we yell at each other through the window through the door. That's our team chats. And for a larger company, I think that's a great thing, but for just the small town office that we are, I don't really think anything like that is that needed. So I just thought that was interesting, considering we just talked about that. So
Does it changes affect residents as well, or just the office here?
just the office. If residents have phone service and using their old copper wire, then you can still get it, but it's extremely expensive. Like this month, our bill went from $138 to $235. So that's what caught my eye. Why is the bill going up? And that's why I got dug into it. And they're no longer offering any discounts for people who have copper wiring because they just want to get rid of that service. So we will see how that works out. I did also communicate with Maine Connectivity Authority regarding fiber connectivity. We talked about that at the last meeting, and I supplied you the email that they gave me, but overview is that they reported that 38 locations have assumed fiber connectivity. 571 locations have high-speed cable. 11 locations have DSL, and 9 locations have no connections. And so as they said in the email, those 20 locations that have the cable or DSL will be flagged now to hopefully get some fiber upgrading, some fiber using new funding that they've received. However, as I think I got last time was that the other locations aren't eligible for any fiber upgrades at this time, and they're working with providers to hopefully upgrade existing networks, so.
They're not eligible with respect to the federal funding.
That's
but
right,
If we could find a vendor that wanted to come in and string the line.
yep, yep. I did look into Starlink, I mean, I just did a simple Google search and did a little bit of reading, and it looks like, you know, everyone's eligible for that. That's $120 a month, but it does require you to buy equipment of $600, so. So just some updates on that. Any questions for that? I did receive an update regarding 114 Cram Street. Last Friday, the municipal attorney, Tim Pease, who is the attorney that met with us a few weeks ago, had a conference with the judge and Mr. Wing regarding the dangerous building issue. Mr. Wing acted in his typical fashion and the judge wasn't able to proceed. So the judge is apparently going to attempt to find another attorney to appoint regarding ad litem. The one that he had prior refuses to work with him any longer. We did also receive a writ of execution, which is basically a lien which has been filed against the property of 114 Green Street for the unpaid fines and attorney fees associated with the land use violation that was placed in Germany.
So all of that, should the place eventually be sold? Would we
Yeah.
be deducting those,
That's right.
recovering those
Yeah.
expenses, I should say?
There's already $40,000 of liens on there from a case back in 2010 or 11 from the town. So
Gonna be much left, is there?
there's not gonna be anything left, right? Pretty much, yeah.
Melissa, on that document, he provides from the court about 4 paragraphs up from the bottom, it talks about. We command that you cause the goods and land or whatever, and $25. For the first writ of execution, what's the $25 refer to? Do we know?
I think that they were trying to get him to pay $25, is what they were looking for.
So what they're looking now with this document is to get the first installment again.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it would be within 3 years, but there's not gonna be much progress on that, unfortunately.
So again, it's not like you talked about antics at court last.
Yeah.
week. You just-
Well, he called me last Friday after his hearing. I didn't even know they were having a hearing. It was like, he called it a conference with a judge, similar to like a mediation, just so they can kind of get on the same page on what the town is trying to do. And have a conversation with Robert Wayne. And he said it was just terrible. He came in wearing a cape with words written all over it about me and the town and the judge and Troy Morton and governor. And he just said he just went on and on and on. And finally, the judge said, we gotta try to find somebody to help them, so.
Doesn't seem to be anybody that wants to step up to that.
Yeah, anybody who has, gets put their name on a case. So. I did give you the election results. We had 150 voters. Counselor Lugden and Wade were elected for an additional 3 years, so congratulations. to
Congratulations.
those. And all of our warrant articles passed as presented, so. I didn't work the election because I don't have to anymore. It seems to have went smoothly. I did give a copy to Mark, the ballot for the Maine Municipal Association Legislative Policy Committee. The candidates include, so what the Legislative Policy Committee does is works with Maine Municipal Association and all of their members in Senate districts to come up with a legislative policy to submit to the legislator and also help against bills that have municipal affect municipality. I've been on it for this was my 2nd year and my term is up. And so I would like to be obviously I'd like to have the town of Bradley vote for me. But there's also Ben Bradmore from Holton, Andrew Hart from Carmel, and Paula Scott from Hamden. I know all of them and they're all great candidates, so I would have a really hard time figuring, like, you know, I think I'd probably go eating, meeting, mine, mo, because they're really, really good candidates, so.
So we have until, looks like August first.
August first, yeah.
So should we, everybody look at this candidate profiles on the back of the paper, just have it, give everybody a chance to look at those. Give me copies of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get those
Yep,
profiles
I
and
will.
then maybe we can take.
Yeah,
it.
I sure will, yeah. And then just wanted to remind the council that we're closed tomorrow for observation of Juneteenth. And we'll be closing at noon on June 28th for the end of the fiscal year. And I think that's all I have for my manager's report.
Any questions or comments on the manager's report this evening? If not, we'll jump down. Maybe one question. So the next hearing for 114 Crown, any time frame on when that might be?
He didn't go into one. I think it's gonna try to find an attorney that's gonna help represent him.
We'll jump down to new business. Any new business from you, Missy?
I did present to you tonight my contract for the 2024-2025 years.
Anybody have any questions on the employment agreement? Everybody had a chance to.
Yeah,
Change the dates.
the dates are, yeah, you need to update the dates.
Where are the dates? I don't have a
It's
copy.
23.
Okay,
Yeah. It's the 23-24 year.
okay.
Yeah.
Is that on page, all right there, I got it.
Yeah, it's a couple places.
I can do that really quickly if you want to do that right now. Just minutes.
Section 3 and section 7, I think.
In section 3 as well, Missy.
Yeah, jumps right out at you.
Good catch. Who had it?
I just read it again.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
So I made a change, effective on section 3, July 1, 2024.
Yep,
And then
section 7.
7, July 1 of 2024 to June 30, 2025.
Mhm.
Is that it?
That's all I need. Yeah.
So any other questions, comments on the employment agreement for the next year?
Can you get a motion?
I need a motion, yeah.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the town manager's contract.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. We did make a couple corrections. Thank you. Charlie and Jim for catching those. Any other questions on those? If not, we'll vote and then sign. Jim,
Aye.
Dwayne,
Aye.
Mark, Mark said aye. Charlie.
Aye.
Calling on my,
The sun too.
want it on the record, yeah. Give you that to sign as well. Any other new business besides contract?
I have none.
I thought I would add one thing just for the minutes, Missy, and get the word out if we can. There's a rather large bear bothering 10 Road,
Okay,
and there's a lot of kids down there and whatnot. I just thought maybe it might bear good to make mention of it in the minutes.
okay. So we have one on my road too, and a warden came and told us to take care of our bird feeders, so.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't, as far as I know, he hasn't done any damage around, but I wouldn't know anyway.
Yeah,
But he's been walking right down through my driveway every night.
really, yeah,
And he goes out to the 10 Road, and then I don't know where he goes after that, cause I can't catch him, but
yeah,
he's a big one. My next door neighbor, Kevin Gallant, got a picture of him a couple of nights ago.
mm-hmm,
He's a big bear, so.
Yeah, that's usually the first suggestion, right?
yeah,
Hide the garbage, take the bird feeders down.
Yeah, he'll
Really?
probably have a heyday tomorrow night when they put their garbage out.
yeah,
I don't put mine out until Thursday morning anyway, but.
Well, last year, the year before, we had an awful problem at the dumpsters.
Yeah,
And I don't know how many times that thing got emptied by the bear.
yeah,
Wow.
And finally, we moved the dumpsters out toward Route 9,
yeah,
thinking the traffic flow would discourage
yeah.
any further tampering, and it did. It
mm-hmm,
made the difference. But boy, it made a mess there for a long time.
mm-hmm.
Oh, they make an awful mess.
Yeah, and we were told that they don't relocate them anymore. You know, crap them or whatever. And so we were kind of on our own, the same thing, you know. Keep your trash to yourself.
I'm gonna broadcast amongst the hunters that I know, somebody who might wanna come down and take care of that.
Yes, yes.
Any other new business? I was just gonna ask Missy, who does the work in the park or on the flowers and then around the office here?
Pat Bigeman,
Okay. Just, I saw her out the other day and it looks like she's doing an amazing job.
isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
She does a really, really good job. Yeah, she used to, a long time ago, had a greenhouse on the Eddington side of the greenhouse that's there now. It's by
What?
Class where like Claudia's Seafood used to be in that area.
Oh,
Yeah, she owned that.
Oh.
So she's, you know, definitely very talented, way more talented than I was.
And I was gonna ask one other thing. I think we maybe mentioned that it wasn't in the minutes from the last meeting, but it looks like there was some equipment at the place where we do our cleanups today or yesterday.
Oh, so yeah, so, we're gonna be doing some ditching on Highland Avenue, not Highland, High Point Place. And so we need a place to put the fill. And so John Milligan went out and just kind of cleared a spot that we can put it out on that, and that area. Yeah.
Thank you.
May I ask you about, have you been down to the mill lately?
I haven't been down to the mill lately.
I'm just wondering how it fared through the winter.
So I did contact the engineer like a couple weeks ago, because I would remind, you know, just to kind of highlight that we really want to get that done this year. And that the water was really low in the Penobscot.
Yeah.
And so I assumed that it was also low
Very low.
on Blackman Stream and Chino. And there was some damage done to the other side of not the one that we fixed, but the other one. And he was going out to look at that and working with the museum, but we can't do anything out there till July 15th.
Yes, I was aware. of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So there's probably flowage still happening. At that damaged.
I really don't know. I
Okay,
haven't been out
that's
to look at it. Yeah. I haven't, but I will follow up with him and I planned it.
People are asking me. so
Of
I'm
course,
asking you.
I know, yes.
Is the June 15th date because of the spawning, fish spawning?
July 15th, yeah,
I mean,
because of fishery, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Any other new business? If not, we'll jump down to unfinished business. Unfinished business from you, Missy?
I have none.
Unfinished business from the council. You got the update on 114, so thank you there. I'll make a motion to accept the municipal warrants that were presented this evening.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded on the warrants. Any questions on those? I had one, there was a line item in there for excess tuition, 52,000.
Mhm.
Is that the, students that don't go to RSU 30
That's
or
school choice, yep.
the school choice?
Mhm.
Okay.
Last year, I think I noted it on the bill, but I think last year was $55,000. So I did go down a little.
Any other questions on the warrants this evening? If not, we'll vote. Jim?
Aye.
Dwayne?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Marks and I. Next meeting is set for 2 weeks from today, July. Wow, July 2nd. If you cannot make it, if anybody's out of town traveling for the holidays, please let the other counselors in the town office know. We'll check the live stream to see if there's any questions or comments out there.
No comments.
Okay. I'll make the motion to adjourn for the evening. Everybody can vote.
If you're coming by the Bennington Town Office tonight, is there somebody retiring there?
I don't know.
Is there, I went by and I didn't really get a chance to read the whole thing. I thought I caught a name, Deb Spencer.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I work with Shauna a lot, but
Well, anyway, it said, thanks for a wonderful 36 years.
Well,
Chris has been there since high school.
yeah.